Hi, my name is Logan Rhys Hallwas, and I'm an actor and interdisciplinary artist from Vancouver, BC. I'm a recent graduate of Simon Fraser University's theatre performance program, and currently I am one half of the present making project with my fellow collaborator Howard Dye, and we are here for our 3-month residency stay at the Anvil Center to bring the show to life. Well, the inspiration behind this is it kind of comes from the hopeful end of this pandemic state that we're living in right now. And we started asking questions about what the reintegration of ourselves into society would be like. We've spent so much time now during this living in isolation and viewing each other through screens and FaceTimes and Zoom calls and these sorts of things. So we started to explore this idea of almost a kind of fear that people might have of coming together again for the first time. What that's going to be like, how long it's going to take people to adjust to that again. How long it's going to take for old ideas that once seemed so, not meaningless, but maybe mundane to us, how scary those are going to be now coming back. So we started asking these questions, and then from there it led into talking about trying to design something around presence. Presence with one another, and what that presence has meant through the screen via, say, a Zoom call, for example, versus what that means in person, one-on-one. Then from there, after asking ourselves those questions, it kind of expanded into wanting to highlight people's individual stories and bring those stories into the space in conjunction with other people's stories as a way to kind of show some sort of cohesion that might possibly represent the fact that we have all gone through this together, that we, within this crazy shared experience that we all have, what are the individual stories that pop up between all those and how do they exist together? So we hope to create an installation style piece in which people can see personal objects of themselves that they have brought forward to myself and Howard during the creation of this piece, and see these things come to life in a way in a space together where they are in conversation with aspects of other people's lives and other people's stories, to kind of show that connection between all of us. We're going to start with some sort of almost like a pilot kind of thing. We'll do versions of it with ourselves, and then with some close friends and family. And then once we feel like we've kind of got that concept perfectly, and we're getting the ideas out that we want to get out, then we're going to partner up with the community here at the Anvil Center and all the great people who work here, and through them kind of do a community outreach style program, kind of invitation type thing, for lack of a better term, where we reach out to those community members who already are in close ties with the Anvil Center and everything the Anvil does here in New Westminster. And we will invite them to be participants in this with us so that their story can be a part of the greater project here. Well, what people can expect from this in terms of the participatory aspect of it is we will be sending out some kind of a message, a briefing of sorts detailing what is going to be needed from them. If they agree to that, then we are going to get in on a Zoom call with them in order to gather those materials. Now, how that process is going to loosely work is we will be asking people to describe their space a little bit, their immediate space that's around them. Possibly from there lead into kind of a tour of the space where they go and show us some things with their camera. From there, we might ask questions that could detail specific items within their space, why things hold sentimental value to them, what things hold, well, really any kinds of value. It could be monetary value, it could be, as I said, sentimental value, and what pieces really are just what really represents their story and their connection the most to them. And that's it. And then from there, we're gonna take those stories, we're gonna harvest certain aspects out of those, and they're all gonna play a bigger part of what we create here at the Anvil. So being in the Anvil Center here has been instrumental to us because, I mean, it goes without saying with all the regulations in place right now, it's pretty hard for us to meet up in, well, any studio space for that matter, and start to devise and start to hash out some of these concepts. So what's been beautiful from the Anvil is they've provided us with an amazing space to work in where we can safely come in and use our materials and use our creative ideas and our training together to try and really make this concept come to life. We threw around some ideas before on what that might look like if we weren't able to come into a space. And if we had to do that, say, again, over Zoom calls with each other. And while it might be possible, it was logistically a nightmare, and there was a huge connection that was missing, especially in a piece where we are talking about presence and what that is with each other. So the Anvil has been instrumental in providing us with the opportunity to really come in here and make that come to life. And also has been very helpful in, as I mentioned before about community outreach, is working in tandem with them to really, really bring this out to their community, to their patrons who know and love this theater, and hopefully bring them something new and exciting. So we're very, very grateful to the Anvil Center for all the opportunities they gave us here.